Hello and welcome to the Narc Alert, the channel where we look at YouTubers and others to see if they demonstrate any traits that fall within the spectrum of narcissistic personality disorder or NPD. These videos are for fun and entertainment purposes only, strictly my opinion, and remember, please don't send any snark to our possible narcs. So key points to remember: messy fun and not a diagnosis. Hello my lovely alerts, welcome back to the Narc Alert. Well, it's Friday, we made it through another one, and tonight I thought we might get serious. Let's delve deeper into the concepts of narcissism and self-pity. We know that narcissism is characterized by a pervasive pattern of grandiosity, a constant need for admiration, and a lack of empathy for others. Self-pity is an emotion characterized by feeling sorry for oneself and a sense of victimhood. When individuals experience self-pity, they often focus on their perceived misfortunes, and they believe that life is unfair or unjustly challenging for them.
And another change, I was drinking like no water, like at all. And my goal is 64 ounces. And I'm not gonna lie, it's been hard for me to get that 64 ounces. And this is hard for me, but I think now that I am getting a little bit more stricter, I am no longer gonna be drinking soda. It was like super hard for me because like as much as criminal justice wasn't my passion, I loved college. Was mentally and physically just so fucking hard for me. I don't think I want to talk about that anymore because it's just been like really hard for me.
Self-pity becomes a tool for emotional manipulation. When others offer sympathy or try to comfort the narcissist, it reinforces their belief in their own importance and superiority. This perpetuates a cycle where the narcissist oscillates between feeling grandiose and feeling victimized, depending on the situation and their emotional need in the moment.
It's my whole day, honestly, when it happens. I try to be like chipper and like whatever it may be, but I don't know what's going on. But we're gonna talk to my psychologist, so don't you worry. And I'm gonna explain everything. Don't you guys worry.
Like, what's your weight? So I definitely will be throwing random weigh-ins in my vlogs in the future, so don't you guys worry, because that's still part of what's going on here.
And uploading a little bit more for you guys. Don't you worry, new followers. This doesn't happen all the time.
The cycle of self-pity in narcissists often involves the following stages. First, there is a trigger. An event or situation occurs that challenges the narcissist's self-image or superiority, such as criticism, failure, or rejection.
Like, I told you guys why we broke up. I opened up about the whole situation, but it just didn't feel right to upload to YouTube. When Crystal first broke up with me, it was literally the most horrible feeling I have ever felt in my whole entire life. My whole world crashed down. I was shocked and confused. When you think that someone is going to be in your life forever, loving you and you loving her, and then your whole world crashes down in just an instant, it's hard to accept those feelings and really absorb them. You knew that we broke up, and a lot of you were saying that I was doing this for attention. This is not attention. No, it's not. This is one of the most painful things I've had to go through because Destiny is my everything and she is the most incredible person in the world. And one of the best things that has ever happened to me was being hers. But Feline and I have broken up. It was mutual. I have a freaking headphone thing in. It was mutual, and like I'm wearing the same thing I was wearing yesterday. Like I did have makeup, like I have cried it all off completely. I can't stop crying. I feel like I'm mourning like a death. Like knowing that one day like I'm just gonna wake up and she's not there. It's a different type of pain because like I envisioned my whole future with her and I know she did the same. There has been some things that just like I don't have to go into detail. Love just isn't enough sometimes. And I know what I'm worth. And I know it might not be like a lot to some people, but I know like what I deserve and I know what I want. Oh, my head hurts so bad. Sorry. I have done nothing but literally cry and cry and cry and cry for the last like 24 hours. This happened literally before fireworks last night. I don't know what to say. Like, I know there's probably going to be a lot of people questioning and saying you seemed so happy, and yeah, like the relationship I had with Feline was literally the most passionate relationship I've ever been in.
Next, there is an emotional response. The narcissist responds with feelings of hurt, inadequacy, or victimhood. Instead of reflecting on their behavior, they may externalize blame and see themselves as innocent victims of circumstances.
I was in this relationship thinking we'd be together forever because that's what we'd say. And something changed and there's nothing I could do about it. I would never keep someone in a relationship if they didn't feel it was right. That's not the type of person I am. Why she broke up with me or what happened, that whole thing is very like up to destiny. But she broke up with me and it is so fucking like the most craziest concepts of the world is the fact that you as a person can have your whole future planned out, your whole just everything so planned out, and you think you have everything going for you, and someone can just kind of rip that away from you and completely take that from you. And I feel like that's what destiny did. We had so much planned. And I am so in love with her still. I just want to drink a bunch of alcohol to numb myself, but I know that that's not healthy for me, so I'm actually having to, you know, the craziest part about this heartbreak is there is nothing that numbs it for me. Like, food doesn't help. Nothing helps. Food actually makes me feel worse because that's something that we bonded over. Food? Obviously, look at us. Feline and I love each other so much. Like, this breakup had nothing to do with lack of love. We literally broke up while I had a hickey on my neck and a love letter from her on my desk. There was never any lack of love or anything like that. And that love doesn't just go away because we aren't in a relationship anymore.
Next is projection. To protect their fragile egos, narcissists may project their flaws and negative emotions onto others. They may accuse others of being judgmental, critical, or unfair, while denying any responsibility for their actions.
I just look around at everything, and it's like I look over in my kitchen and I'm like, that's the first place she kissed me. But then there's also probably a bad memory in that same spot. She's doing me wrong. I don't tell people. It's not something I want to talk about, but I feel like I've done wrong. Like, she's doing me wrong. Like, I thought we were forever and like you blindsided me.
Who said that?
I did.
Oh, are you still on the
lesson
thing?
one? Like, what is a lesson in that you can't trust everyone? I don't know.
Of course, there's manipulation. In seeking sympathy and validation, the narcissist may adopt a victim persona. They may share their grievances with others, paint themselves as innocent victims, and elicit pity from those around them.
Or like wanting to have like a really quick bite to eat, and cereal is super easy for that. But I was just kind of like, we were supposed to start this together, and I don't know, it just really shook me and it made me sad, to be honest. And it just sucks that you guys saw like only that small part and there was like no explanation for that. So now that I'm able to kind of talk about it, That is the whole story regarding that. Some people are soulmates, just not romantically. I 100% agree with that.
Yeah.
Don't give in to rebounds. Oh, that would hurt me.
Oh, having
Seeing
rebounds?
you make out
No,
with
no,
someone,
no, no,
well,
no,
not
no, no,
seeing
no,
you
no,
make
no,
out with
no,
them because you want to be doing it in front of me. Definitely the one about you not being friends with Eric and Ricky that makes me so sad. It makes me sad too. We are no longer friends anymore, and people will probably be surprised to learn that they have no idea what happened behind closed doors. And yeah, I miss them a lot, and I'm sure they miss me too, but being friends just wasn't in our favor because I'm worthless. Like, I get it. Like, I totally get it. Like, I won't equate to anything until I lose weight. I feel like a nothing, I feel like a nobody, and I feel like people are just here to watch me, like, take my last breath. I hear it all the time. Amberlynn, we're only here to watch a train wreck. We're only here to watch the suicide. And it's dark. It's so dark, and that's not why I am here. That's not what I am doing. Pretty much proving that based on the number on the scale, you guys are making me feel like I'm not valued as a human, like I don't have worth as a human, like I don't deserve love, or that someone can't find me attractive or even just think that I have a good heart because of the number on the scale. And that is very, very fat phobic. And it also goes along the lines of like shallow. It's just like very shallow, it's disrespectful, and it just doesn't make sense because there are people out there who do not care about the number on the scale, and they find beauty in other things about me.
The ultimate goal, of course, is attention and reinforcement. When others offer sympathy and support, it reinforces the narcissist's self-pitying behavior. This positive attention boosts their self-importance and fuels the cycle, making it more likely for them to resort to self-pity in the future. And finally, the cycle continues, with the narcissist oscillating between grandiose displays and self-pitying episodes as circumstances and their emotional needs dictate.
Hello, welcome to a new vlog. So I was on TikTok last night. I have like this thing that I do. It's a little schedule where right before bed I just scroll on TikTok, and something about it just like calms me down. My melatonin's flowing through my body, and I don't know what it is. I do it for like 20 minutes. It is what it is. There's not a lot of things I remember from my childhood, but I remember that moment, and I remember that day, and I remember how like wonderful it was, but also how hard it was. And there's a Jeep parked across from my apartment. The whole windshield, I mean, there's at least 20 ducks. And I was like, oh my God, this is a real thing. Y'all, I have had such a hard day today. I have not been wanting to film. I've been back on my like heartbreak bullshit, like crying and just feeling super unmotivated to do anything really. But I wanted to do some P.O. box. I still have my P.O. box, so if you want to send me anything, here's my P.O. box. Because the only person I got right now is myself. That's the only person I got right now. And with how lost I feel, like if I didn't even have myself, I don't even know, like, I just don't even know. Bobby, thank you so freaking much. Like, look how beautiful those are. Their dad actually made them for me, specifically for me. So that's like super freaking sweet and amazing. Thank you so much, like, to think of me and to like take the time to do that. They're stunning. She always urged me to exercise and to eat healthy and do right, and it's like, if I do that now, I'm gonna feel so guilty, because it's like, why did I do that when I was with her? So it's like I have this like guilt feeling, and I know I need to talk about it in therapy.
Thank you so much for joining me tonight at this look at Amberlynn Reid, narcissism, and self-pity. Do you think she's still feeling sorry for herself? Do you think maybe if she took some responsibility, she might be on the road to healing by now? I guess we will never know, but you know we're gonna keep on watching. Thank you so much for joining me and Rio. Until we meet again, please be kind, and hasta luego.